Hi, this is Richard Byrne. In this video, I want to take a look at 5 more Google Slides features that are often overlooked by students and teachers as well. First of all, let's take a look at the option to import slides. Now, this is really handy if you're a teacher who is making the conversion from Microsoft environment to the Google Apps environment, and you have a lot of older presentations or older slides that you want to reuse. So we go to File, Import Slides, and when you do this, it's going to bring up everything you've previously created or put into Google Slides. But you can also upload and select any file on your computer that is in PowerPoint format, and then you can convert that automatically to the Google Slides format. So in this case here, I'm going to pull up my PowerPoint from some of my presentations earlier, and we'll find that slide right here. And we can see here I have some PowerPoint files, and let's say we want to use this one. And so we'll upload this, and once it's uploaded, we can select the individual slides that we want to use in the presentation, or we can choose to use all of the slides in the presentation. So here we see those slides, and I can say I want to use all of the slides by clicking that option, or I can say none and then choose just one of them and import that slide, and now it appears here in my Google Slides presentation. Now the next feature we're going to take a look at is the option to rotate images. This is one of the overlooked but really handy features of the image editing tools inside Google Slides. So let's go in and say we've imported an image. So I have an image here that I want to use, and I can now rotate this by just using the arrange function, and I can switch it back the other way. The next feature we're going to take a look at is the option for including charts. So let's include a new slide, and let's go up and choose the option to insert a chart. Now, our chart can be generated from Google Sheets if we've previously created things in Google Sheets, or you can go in and, let's say, create a column. Now we can click and drag and expand the size of that and center it up. Now, if I want to edit the content of this chart, we'll select Open in Sheets, and here I can change, for example, the team names from Team 1 to Team A, Team B, Team C, and Team D. And now if we refresh over here, and we'll see our chart load, and click the update function. We now have Team A, B, C, and D. So that's how you can quickly insert some charts, and of course you can go in and you can customize those charts to your heart's content. If you go back in here, you can double click on the chart itself, and you can change the color scheme. Perhaps we want to use that lime green color, and instead of that blue, we'll use red. And again, if we want to update that, we go back and we update that option. Now our next feature that we're going to look at is the option for a custom personalized dictionary. So let's create a new slide. And now let's go up and choose from Tools, Personal Dictionary. Now my last name is often picked up by spell checkers as being spelled incorrectly. So I've gone in and I've already specified that that spelling is correct. You can see some other words that I've put in there over the years. And we can add a new word if we want to have always marked as correct, even though it's a different spelling than you typically see. For example, a pond near my house that I sometimes write about is called Salter's Pond. And so we'll add that in, and that will be part of my personal dictionary, which will appear not only here in Google Slides, but also in my Google Documents. And last but not least is a function that I shared last week, or an option I shared last week, for creating comic templates inside Google Slides. So to do this, we'll go up to the table option, we'll insert table, let's say we want to make a 3-frame comic. So I've inserted the table, and I want to put some borders around it. So I'm going to put a line color that's a dark color, and I'm going to increase the line weight. And now I'm going to click and drag and expand that to the size that I want it to appear to be. And now if I want to write inside here, I can go in and I can use some of the functions for drawing. So here I can go in and I can draw in and scribble if I want to. I can also use these shapes and callouts, and if I want to use a speech bubble, I can click and drag and have a speech bubble up here. Now you may be wondering, where do I get characters to put in here? There's a couple ways you could do this. You could upload an image of a cartoon character. You could also go in and you could use the research function, and perhaps I want a picture of a cartoon dog, and so I'll do my search there for cartoon dog, and I want to do images only, and I want free to use or share. There's my cartoon dog. It's free to use or share. And we can click and drag and put it into place. Now, one of the things that I'll ask my students to do is I'll have them right click, copy that link address, and put it down in their speaker notes as a reminder of where they found that image. And now, of course, we can go in and write inside that speech bubble. And if you wanted to customize the color of that speech bubble, you could put a yellow line around it. You can also change your fill color, make it red or pink around it, and repeat that process. And of course, when you're ready to save that comic, you can just go to the File menu and download as a PDF, and you'll have all of those slides. Or you can go in and select File, Print, and choose to print only the page necessary, which in this case will be page 4 or 5. There's page 5, and print it as you see it there. So those are 5 features of Google Slides that students and some teachers often overlook. For more tips and tricks like this, please check out freetech4teachers.com.